The desert does not lie. It carries every whisper of the wind, every wound carved into the golden dunes, every secret spilled beneath the moon. Tonight the sands burn with fury, for a heart that once knew gentleness has been set ablaze by betrayal's flame. Sheikh Hamdan, rider of winds, the poet prince of falcons and storms, looked upon love with tenderness, held her like a pearl in the palm of fate. Yet fate betrayed him, and the pearl slipped, falling into another's grasp. The desert trembles. The dunes lean closer, as if to listen to his rage. The camels lift their heads, uneasy. The falcons wheel restlessly in the blackened sky. The moon hides its silver face behind a veil of storm-born cloud. For love, once soft as morning dew, has turned to fire, a furnace blazing across the empty lands. Every grain of sand knows his fury. Every star above bends low before the weight of his sorrow. He had given her poems, lines written with his own soul, verses carried by the wind to her ears. Like roses in the desert air, he had given her trust, the rarest jewel of kings, and yet she turned away, laughing with another, while his name still echoed in her heart. The desert does not forgive easily, neither does Fazza. His stallion stamped the ground, its hooves striking sparks like lightning, its mane whipping like a storm cloud. He mounted in silence, eyes burning brighter than any torch, lips pressed like a blade unsheathed. The night itself grew afraid, the sky trembling, the stars scattering, as if they feared to witness his wrath. He rode not to chase her, not to beg, not to plead, but to remind the desert that a storm born of love can become fire, and fire devours everything it touches. The dunes rose like waves before him, yet he split them apart with his gallop. The wind wailed in his ears, yet his heart was louder, a drumbeat of thunder, a roar of oceans caged inside his chest. The falcons screamed, circling above him, carrying his anger into the heavens. Even the moon broke free of the clouds, trying to soften his fury, but his eyes refused its comfort. For the one who was his moon, the one who was his sun, had chosen another sky to shine upon. So the desert learned a new song, not of love, not of longing, but of fury wrapped in sorrow, of betrayal kissed by flame. And as he rode, the dunes themselves shifted and sighed, their shapes twisting into waves of fire, their silence turning into the thunder of his rage. He spoke no words aloud, but inside a poem burned. You were my dawn, yet you chose another night. You were my breath, yet you gave it away. And now the desert will remember, not the love we once carried, but the storm I became. When you betrayed my name, the desert wept with him. The winds carried ash instead of perfume. The stars dimmed, refusing to look upon the ruin of a poet's heart. The falcons flew lower, mourning in circles above his head.